Hey, my name is Phil, and I'm going to show you how to do an SFTP setup in WPEngine in as few steps as possible. I'm going to move quickly because I want to get to the demonstration, but what is an SFTP? Well, that's a file transfer protocol. That's a fancy way of saying we move files from one place to another, like dragging stuff from one desktop folder to another, but over a network, right? That's as simple as we get it, but that's pretty good. Why do I need SFTP for my WordPress site on WPEngine? Better file management. Again, it's just as easy as moving files through a folder as opposed to going through the WordPress media file for media file manager, for example, right? And then better, in my opinion, 301 redirects via htaccess. I'm going to explore that in a future video. What you will need is WPEngine admin access, fresh backups. I put seriously there because I really mean it, right? We can really screw up our site with this stuff, so I just want to be aware of, I want you to be aware of what can possibly happen and the value of having a backup before you go screwing around with folder management, right? And then an FTP program. I'm using FileZilla. There's other choices out there for Mac, but I'm working through FileZilla, even if I misspelled it. All right, demonstration, let's hit it. Okay, so step one, log into WPEngine. You're gonna go to your main account, go hit sites. You're gonna find a site to do SFTP setup for. I've found my lucky volunteer or unlucky volunteer. Let's see. We're gonna go to SFTP users. And I've been screwing around here for a little bit. So you're gonna go to create, because you don't have one yet. And your name's not Phil, but I'm gonna put test. And I've generated a password in a separate window. We've got that. Now the path you wanna choose is production. So you're gonna hit production and you're gonna add that user. Oh, my name's already taken. So funny. In true programmer fashion, you just add a 2 to it. That's super secure, right? Anyways, we're just doing a demonstration. Calm down. Okay, cool. So here we are. We've set up everything inside WPEngine. I want you to copy paste this SFTP address because we're going to need that. And then copy paste your username and make sure you have your password on hand. Excellent. With that in mind, you can go here, site manager. Let's delete. And we're starting from scratch. So test. And I always put that this is a production environment because you may have SFTP protocols set up for your staging and your production. One of the benefits that I like about WPEngine is that we get a staging site for free and backups all the time. So again, this assumes that you've done your backups. I want to be clear. All right, so you're going to drop that address that we copied, that SFTP address, into FileZilla, port 2222. You want to make sure you have SFTP chosen. If you have just FTP, I think it's going to refuse. And drop your username, right? I've got my username here. And I've got my secure password here. And we're going to connect. Okay, yeah, we've done it successfully. Otherwise, it's going to screech at us with a critical error. So I'm going to add this key to the cache because we're at a trusted source now. And congratulations, you've just set up SFTP. Your WordPress content is likely going to live in WP content, and you can look around at your themes, delete old themes here, check your uploads, all sorts of cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. And if you want to see more tips like this, obviously stick around, like, subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.